Alright, I think we're good to go. Yeah, I'm not wearing this in a video. Yep, this will work. Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome back to the channel. So you guys already know I'm basically an idiot. This is just gonna prove it even more evidence against me. As you guys know, there was no video last week, and that was because I was on a holiday with my friends for an entire week and didn't have any chance to film or to edit, or I didn't even have Wi-Fi for half the time. However, there was one event this holiday that I thought I should inform you about. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know pretty much briefly what happened, and a lot of you were extremely concerned. So today I'm going to tell you on how I ended up in A&E with sunstroke. So it was the hottest day of the holiday we'd had so far, and we obviously took this opportunity to go to the beach. We were on the beach for about 4 hours until we left, and nothing bad. My cheeks were a little rosy, I was a little red on the chest, but nothing to worry about, nothing alarming. It all started to happen a few hours later. When we got back to the house, we decided to go down to the clubhouse, Clubhouse? Decided to go down to the clubhouse, which is like a 5-minute walk from our lodge, play some snooker, and have some drinks. Sounds like a good night to me. However, the room was a sauna. This is no exaggeration. Picture a sauna and then picture being in there for about an hour and a half playing snooker. The heat from this room, I think, was my tipping point. It was just way too hot. It was just horrible. I couldn't stand it. I finished our snooker game and went back to the lodge. We decided to have some drinks back there. You know, I had vodka and energy. It was all good. It sounds like a good night to me. It was great. It was going great. Up until I started to feel boiling hot again. This lodge was not hot. It was pretty cool in there. We had the windows open. I shouldn't have felt hot. But all of a sudden, my entire body started just feeling disgustingly hot. And I had to take my shirt off and I was just lying there topless. And I still felt warm. I proceeded to get up, go outside, and lie down on the stone floor to try and cool down. And I can promise you, this floor was cold, but I wasn't feeling it. I was still boiling hot. Feeling even more sicky, I felt like I was going to throw up outside. My friends came out and tried to help me. They realized very quickly that I probably had sunstroke. However, none of them were doctors, and none of us have ever had sunstroke before, so we were kind of in the dark here. We didn't know if I needed to be taken to hospital, so they just kind of knew that we needed to cool my body down. Cool my entire body temperature down, because I was way too hot. So we put my feet in cold water, put some flannels on my back, and they ran like a cold ice bath. Next, they took all my clothes off except my boxers, because took everything off but my boxers and put me slowly into this ice bath to cool me down. Now, before I even got in this bath, I was shaking because of how hot I was. Not because of the cold outside, the cold bath. I was shaking because I was so warm. I started eventually to cool down in the bath. I started to feel a lot better, and that's when we got out of the bath, and I got out of the bath. No one else was in there with me. I got out of the bath, sat down, and I eventually felt really tired, so I went back to my room and tried to sleep. I just planned on staying there for the rest of the night, waking up and feeling a lot better. Oh, how wrong I was. Suddenly my friends come in to check on me, and they realize I'm not doing too well. Everything's starting back up again. I'm starting to shake again. I started to feel irritated in my own skin. I kept doing this and this and this, and I couldn't keep still because I was so irritated just in my own skin. It was really disturbing, and they knew immediately, he needs to go to a hospital. So we got in the car and they rushed me to the hospital. Yay! That was no fun. I don't remember the entire car journey. Apparently I was blacking out in the back seat with my cousin. 4 of us went. 3 of my friends came along with me. So yeah, that was good. When we got there, about 15-20 minutes after we arrived, the doctor came to see me. And just letting you know, up until this, I had never taken a tablet in my life. I hate taking tablets. I hate them. No. I always fake it. I always put it in my mouth, put it inside of my mouth, then my mum's not looking, take it out, put it in the bin. Or I'll open the capsule, pour it out, and then put these bits away. But I'd have never actually swallowed a tablet, and I knew I had to. But the doctor made me take 6 tablets. 6 tablets. I don't even remember the names of half of them. So I took them, and yeah, I hated every second of it, but I took them and I did it. And well done, Matthew. So he said in 25 minutes, we'll come and check on you, and if you're all good, then you can go home. If not, then you have to stay a little longer. So as soon as I got out, the tablet started to kick in. I felt a lot better. I just felt starving. I was so hungry. Of course, we couldn't have gone this entire trip without a Snapchat from my cousin, so there it is. He had another one, but he didn't save it. But there's a Snapchat of when we just arrived, and I felt like I was dying. 25 minutes later, the doctor comes in and asks me to come in. So I go in and, yeah, I tell him that I'm feeling great. You know, I feel a lot better, I'm just starving. And he says, right, I just need to ask you 5 questions and I will determine if you can go home or not. Okay, sounds good. Question 1. What day is it? Now, I don't remember what day I even went, but I said the day before the day it was. And there is a perfectly good reason for this. Well, before I started the whole blacking out thing, it was the day that I said, however, it was now 1 in the morning, so we'd passed that little time of 12 o'clock, so I got the day wrong, yeah. Question 2, what date is it? Now, this was me just being an idiot. I said the 28th, it was the 30th, so yeah, there's no excuse for that one, I was just being just an idiot. Number 3, where are we? So basically what the hospital's called. I don't remember, once again, blacking out in the back seats. I don't remember where we are. We could be in Scotland for all I know. I don't know. But I remember my friend saying something about Bournemouth, and so I said Bournemouth Hospital. Apparently there isn't a place called Bournemouth Hospital, so it was actually Barnstable. That's the place. Barnstable Hospital. I'm an idiot. Question 4. What department are you in? At this point, I just gave it up. I was like, I have no idea. We're in a hospital. Is that good enough? I don't know what department we're in. I don't know. Just for the record, apparently it was A&E. That was what I was meant to say. So, yeah. Question 5, final question. Who is our Prime Minister? I was so confident. I went, David Cameron. Wait, no. No, that's not it. I knew instantly after I said it I was wrong, and I just couldn't think of the name of our Prime Minister currently. And, yeah, he just kind of looked at me incredibly just disappointed, to be honest. These questions apparently were for people who have been concussed, confused, problems with their brain due to whatever they've just done, and usually people can answer a few of these questions, if not all of them. I answered 0 out of 5. That is really bad. After that, he asked me, do I still want to go home? I said yes, but it's not a good idea, so I'll stay longer. He said, right, we'll get a doctor to you as soon as possible. At this point, it's about 1:30 in the morning. We then got sore at about just gone 5 a.m. So we're in there for a few more hours, you could say. During that time of 3 or 4 hours, two of my friends went off to try and find food because we were all starving and there was nothing in the hospital to eat. I threw up, which eventually it took me about 4 hours to throw up of heaving, but I finally threw up and it does wonders. I felt so much better. I basically came skipping out of that toilet. I felt great. The only problem I had now is that I was freezing cold because I came in a tiny shirt and my basketball shorts. So I was freezing cold. And yeah, finally, at about 5:05 in the morning, he comes in and says, Matthew Carter to see the doctor? No joke, this was my reaction. That was legitimate my reaction. I threw that blanket off and went straight to him. I was so happy to be being seen. Went in there and I expected maybe an injection, maybe tablets. I had to take this amount of time for 2 days. No, it was this. So, you look good, you look better. I was like, yeah, I feel a lot better. Okay, so, looks like you can go home. Everything's normal. You just need to drink a lot of fluids. At the time, this really annoyed me. That was probably because I was incredibly tired and anything could annoy me at this point. But just waiting for those, 6 words to drink fluids was the worst thing I could have heard. I really wanted him to... I don't know what I wanted him to do. Something. Waiting there for 5 hours for that and being in immense pain for 4 of them was horrible to just hear drink fluid. Since I got there, I probably drunk 2 gallons because I just kept asking the receptionist for water. Eventually went home after that. Basically the 3 people that we left back at the lodge barely got any sleep because they wanted to know what was happening. And so yeah, everyone was shattered. We got up the next day and we were tired all day the next day. And yeah. Moral of the story is wear sunscreen. Don't be an idiot. Don't try to be cool. Don't be like, I don't need sunscreen. I'm too cool for that. Look what happened to me. I'm a lobster. Seriously, guys, wear sunscreen. Be safe, because that sun does not cooperate with you. If any of you's had it, if any of you have had it, I'm curious to hear about it. So, comments. I know my friends will be watching this, so I just want to say thank you so much for, not letting me die in that lodge. Thank you for everything. I know I ruined that night because the plans were just to kind of get drunk and just have a good time. I'm so sorry about that. I really am. But thank you to all of you. Thank you, everyone. The people who came to hospital with me and people who helped me before I went to the hospital. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I am eternally grateful for you helping me. I've had enough sun for one lifetime. Trust me. Never going outside again. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is crazy. And thank you so much. Yes, subscribe, like if you enjoyed for more videos. I'll see you next week for another video. Sorry about missing last week, but yeah, now you know what happened. Thank you and goodbye. Bye.